Okay.
Hello. All right, let's see. All right, Facebook.
So I get this question a lot, right? And a few people have asked.
Oh, live. Let's see. Let's see if we can turn this around. All right, let's see if this volume is up. All right. You can support me by seeing stars. Okay. Hello. How y'all doing? Let's see. All right. So today is my attempt to go live the first time on both platforms, two platforms. We're going to see. Let's see what the energy is. Welcome. Let's see. All right. Water your garden. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. A lot of us have been in a rest state. I gotta put my glasses down so I can read YouTube. All right, lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. All right, so yesterday we had the card of wash away your burdens. Wash away your burdens. So today it's kind of like piggybacking off of that message. Thank you for whoever just came in. So water your garden. Yeah, wash away your burdens was yesterday's message. So a lot of us are nourishing our energy. We are in a rest state. Hey YouTube, hey Facebook. We are in a rest state. So let's see what the message is today from the message oracle. I hope that's playing good. I can't tell. This is my first time, y'all, doing readings on both platforms. So, what's the confirmation for watering your garden? Nourishment. I will hear the voice of the Holy Spirit. I will lead and not follow. I will create and not destroy. I am a force for good. I defy the odds. I set new standards. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I forgot to put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's put this on Do Not Disturb. Sorry about that. Okay. Hello. 444 on the recorder. Okay. So what's the message for today? Stay strong. Stay strong while you're in this rest moment, while you're nurturing body care, questioning everything. Stay strong, especially stay strong when you are questioning everything because secrets are being revealed at this very moment. You are not alone. You're not alone. You're not the only one that's feeling the energy that's shifting in the atmosphere, in the ethers. You're not the only one that's going through a spiritual awakening. So stay strong. Time to ground. Um, in your rest area, rest is a part of grounding. If you did not know that, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So nourish yourself, because you have to know that you're not alone and someone is always thinking about you. Hi. Let me know if you want to come on the camera. All right. So stay strong. It's a time to ground in this rest time. Embrace spirit. So embrace spirit. Ask for directions of what you're supposed to be doing in this moment. Make sure that you are being honest with yourself and spirit. So stay strong. It's a time to grind, embrace spirit, and be honest. You're never alone. The veil is very thin right now. The veil is actually, you can see through it. All right, so let's see what the crystal oracles have. If you like the crystal oracle, let me know and I will get the crystal encyclopedia and tell you what that crystal actually heals. Each crystal does heal something. We don't pray to the gods, but we don't pray to the crystals, but we do use them as a tool. So, all right, spirit, what is the crystal that the collective should be using? We have She Shall Always Prevail, which is Goddess Isis, and Crystal Isis Crystal. So Isis has her own crystal. The magnificent spiritual love within my heart empowers me to bring healing, light through all dimensions. For all beings in need, I am brave and bold, divinely determined to manifest the highest healing outcome. I participate willingly in the mysteries of my life with my trust, and I am following a path which is awakening deep inner wisdom and supporting my spiritual fulfillment. My courage inspires others to rise. With wisdom and love as my supreme allies, I am victorious. I direct my energies in constructed channels for creative manifestation. I choose to grow with love in my heart and on this planet. So that is Isis. Hi. Hey, sweetie. How you doing? All right. So someone might need to get a tiger eye, Archangel Michael, and a lion's heart, which is fire or great. So that's the crystals we have for today. What you doing? What you doing? All right, let's see. Hey, YouTube. All right, so we have Moonology. The first card that I see is Expect Powerful Change. With, let's see. Water your garden. You're not alone. Lifting the veil. So expect a powerful change as you stay strong, as you're being honest with yourself, as you ground, and as you embrace spirit. So it's given like adapt the relationship with spirit, adapt to being alone. Some people, they are afraid to be alone. Y'all know I've been in hermit mode for a while, so I am very comfortable with being by myself. I'm almost too comfortable with being by myself. Like I am always in the energy, which when you study the hidden knowledge, it says that you are never actually alone. That's the thing. you're never actually alone. You always have the spirit realm to embrace. So stay strong with that communication with spirit. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So, hmm. As you're in this rough state, you need to know what got you in this state of needing rest. What's the hidden knowledge to this is the end of a tough cycle? It's given like maybe a bad relationship. She shall always prevail. Yeah, it was given relationship like we will be together again. Like someone has walked out of your life and you need to know how to nourish yourself back to health, back to a strong person, back to grounding and being in that alone state for yourself. Um the end of a tough cycle approaches and you're very close to achieving your goals. So this rest and nourishment that we have out here, I need to turn this light this way. This rest and nourishment that we have out here, it's just showing that you have to stay strong whether someone's in your energy or not. You have to put self first. Study thyself to show thyself approved. Be honest with yourself, like what put me in this scenario where I have to rebuild and restructure the self again. Like what put you in the state of feeling like you were all alone, because you're never alone, but you don't know that you're never alone until you find out that you're never alone. All right, so that is what we have. So we're going to do what what do you need nourishment from? What do you need to stay strong for? Lifting the veil, like what were you not seeing when it says she shall always prevail? What was you not seeing? I see the star card. You weren't seeing that you were the star of the party. You were putting someone in front of you, so it made you have to go back and question everything. Like, why do I keep having these repeat cycles of letting somebody tear me down? Why am I not feeling bright as I should, or as I could? That's what came out, as I could. Like, what is causing this? What is this? What was the tough cycle? Three of Wands, like it's like you're in your body, but you're looking outside and you're more focused on what's on the other side of the door. You're not really embracing the now. That's what I see. Hi. You're not embracing the now. So you weren't feeling the higher font. You weren't feeling as high. You was going through an ego death. So we have the star, Three of Wands, the higher font, and the death card. So the death card is like death and rebirth. So it's like You died to your old self. Like you felt like you were alone. That's why I says you're never alone. You felt like you was alone, that you had to go in isolation. It says isolation, physical connection, and community. So you didn't have a community. You didn't have anyone to share your light with at that particular time because you were standing alone. Um ooh, Seven of Wands. You were fighting. You was fighting. And Six of Cups. So you didn't have a lot of options to you didn't have a lot of options. I heard you didn't have a lot of people to share your thoughts that were on your level. Maybe your spiritual awakening was on a higher plane than the ones that were in your immediate circle. So you felt alone. You didn't even know what the veil was lifting. Even if you came from Christianity and you heard that the veil was going to be thin, you know, you you didn't realize, you didn't see that you had already ascended, okay, higher than the higher font. So we have the temperance card. We have patience, right? So you didn't have patience with yourself. Maybe you was in this world at that moment and you didn't know that, you had already outgrown the people that was in your area, right? You weren't being honest to yourself, like, why am I in this place but I don't feel um that I fit in, right? It's like I'm here but I ain't alive. I'm not on the same plane as the people that I'm with. So that was the death, the ego death, with the death card being out here. You literally know that you're not in this world by yourself, but you feel that you have to um make yourself fit. So you built a wall, right? Nine of Wands, you built a wall up as you were going through your ego death. um you realized that nothing was coming out of that situation and you had to step outside of your comfort zone. I got goosebumps. um Maybe you're a very empathic person, so you take in more energy than you take more energy than the person is actually giving you on the other side. Hey, welcome in. So you had to embrace spirit and stay strong and ground and be honest with yourself to say, this right here is draining my energy, so I need to separate, go into isolation. You started questioning everything about yourself. You went within. We do a lot of within work over here. Meditate and contemplate. You were trying to reach a personal solution for the self. All right. So let's see. So even though we know that we are all connected, we do disconnect at certain parts of our life. We do separate to elevate. That's what the isolation card is here for. All right, so we have the Star and the Seven of Wands. So the Star caught, busted, detected, secrets exposed, surprise, and shock. So the Star followed by the Seven of Wands, which we know seven is a very, we have 3, 7, 6, 3, 6, 7. It was a fight for the star to start back watering herself. Thank you. Okay, it was a fight for the star. She got caught. She got caught surprisingly. She surprisingly got caught outside naked, maybe vulnerable. So she put up a wall of protection. And as she put up the wall, she began to look at the world from different eyes. Let those who have eyes see and ears her hear. Let those who have eyes see and ears hear. So as she was out looking, looking from inside out, she noticed that there were other options. Like there were other options that she had to come up with. There were other um tools that she had to use in her alone state, in her isolation state, to bring her back to the strength. It's giving the strength card to put her in this hierarchy seat. She realized that she was an earth angel. Growing together, shared journey, lessons learned, soul bound. So, oh, guess what? I forgot. I got a pot on the stove. So, as she was in her alone state, with her wall of protection up, she realized that she was on, she was on a sacred journey. She started to look back at her life lessons and her soul bonds. Like she was outside actually naked. She was busted, revealing to herself, like, yo, I'm outside naked. I'm outside with all this energy of other people. And I'm not feeling like I'm in the right place at the right time. So she started to ask for guidance because you have the higher font with the temperance. She asked for guidance. She was working on her faith, her healing, her intuitions, her dreams, and her spiritual journey. Because remember, she's outside alone. She's naked, right? She got caught outside in this world naked. And she took a lot of abuse. It's like what it says. It said the end of a tough cycle approaches. That means when she realized that she was outside naked and nobody had her back, she had to, figure out another way of achieving her goals. Like, I'm out here. Just say, she had to bring love into the situation, love for herself. And she only found that love when she was in isolation. She only learned how to embrace spirit when she was out of everybody else's energy. She had to learn to stay strong and ground and be honest with herself that, listen, spirit, I need you. Can't nobody else do this for me. Right? So she started seeking guidance. But as she seek guidance, she okay, spirit got you. As she was seeking guidance, spirit told her, I got you. Don't worry about the other people outside. I'm going to let you die to yourself, the death of yourself, death and rebirth, so that you won't have to have up this wall. I'm going to show you how to go outside after this isolation and be energetically sovereignty. I'm going to show you what sovereignty is, right? Because she didn't know what sovereignty was. All right. So she got guidance. Spirit said, I got you. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to give you signs. You're going to be guided by me, not by man, but by spirit. Embrace spirit. Ground in spirit. All right. Ooh. Excuse me. Let's see. She was fighting. Death followed by fighting, trust issues, one-sided, detachment, poor communication. She needed to be rehealed, rebuild, and restructure from the trust issues, the detachments from death, like from being outside unprotected. Nine of Wands followed by real reunion, back for good, pure joy, soulmate reconnect. So you had to get by yourself so you can reconnect with your soul, with yourself, with your in your soul on solid ground. Time to ground. All right. I got cold shoulder out here. You was, taking the cold shoulder. Breakups, distance, ignoring, keeping busy. You were keeping busy. You was in the rat race trying to keep up. I heard with the roaches. My bad. That's what I heard. Like you had to really separate yourself from the roaches. I don't know where that came from. All right. So you had a heart communication with your spirit guides, your ancestors, your hierarchies, your guidance, your spirit. You had to have like apologize to self. You had to have a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself. Like you literally had to have some real conversations because you was in the code. Hold on for a second. Let me get this pop. Look. Hey. All right. So let's see what. All right. So we got this in the reverse. Infatuation, in denial, obsess, attraction, spell work. So maybe when you were in your lone state, you realized that you had got caught up in some spell work. All right. Some spell work. Okay, so just say we come from Christianity and you hear that people have spells on you. You hear about spiritual attacks, right? But no one ever breaks it down. They don't reveal to you what is that, right? What is this wall of protection that I got to keep on protecting myself from? What? Who is the enemy? What is the enemy? Right? Why would I even be outside in an Eight of Swords blindfolded with a wall bonded, bound up? Why would the star even be in this situation? All right, so we're gonna see what's the T. What's the T? I see X out here. So maybe you had an X that put some spells on you. I don't know. Or you had an ex with some bad habits, drug and denial, repeating mistakes, can't break the loop. You couldn't break the loop from this ex. And you didn't even know that your ex could be tied to spell work. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have a wall of protection up. You just was out here just getting in cycle after cycle after cycle. That's what I see. You weren't doing any meditation. You didn't have, you didn't have the guard up. So now, as I looked up and looked back down, this card of played out is over the X. It's sideways. So you were sideways. You couldn't see the bondage that the X is holding you in. You couldn't see that. Let's see. Let's move this. You couldn't see that you had lost yourself. You was like, I'm looking for you everywhere. Where you at? You looking for yourself everywhere. It's like, I don't feel the same. That's why you had to go into isolation, right? You had to bring love back into the situation because you was like, yo, I feel like I'm being took through there. So you had to go to a hierarchy for guidance. You had to go to the hierarchy because the hierarchy had guidance right here. Because you knew that why can't I walk away from this? Why can't I go rest easily? Why am I not able to, hear the voice of the Holy Spirit? Like, you were in your head, making assumptions, creating stories, trust issues showing. You started having trust issues, insecurities. You felt like you were literally unaliving to yourself. Like, I don't feel right. Something don't feel right. It's like a spiritual death, not a physical death, not health issues or anything like that, but you were giving out fake smiles. Like, you couldn't even have I heard you couldn't even have your real authentic smile. You were having to make yourself smile so nobody couldn't see the hurt. You were fighting. You were fighting a death from a karmic. You got caught out there and spirit like, yo, I need you to get it together. I see you over here fighting this death. We need to come together. Reconciliation. You start putting in the work, better communication, getting back together, and equal give and take of your energy. After you went through this rest state, staying strong. Woo. Unfazed. I see unfazed. The star was unfazed. Unfazed about what anybody else had to say about her. Your dreams needed a practical plan. You knew, yo, my dreams ain't working right. So many things remind. All you could do was just think about what you could do for this person. But the whole time you like, I feel like I'm leaving me behind. While I'm trying to build this person up, I'm leaving me behind. I'm getting put on the back burner. So you had to go embrace spirit. You had to go and work hard for yourself. Crying over you, still not over it, watching your posts, pretending they're fine. Like, when somebody taking you through them, they actually looking to see if you're gonna fold. They actually are secretly, I see secret accounts on secret accounts looking to see, has she jumped over the edge yet? Has she jumped over the edge yet? Like, what's she doing? I know, I've been there. Right? Feeling like I'm alone. Like somebody was speaking to you through music. Vibe and sync, energy match, same page, flow together. I'm becoming a better person. So maybe music, maybe the spirit speaks to you through music to give you a sacred resolution. Hmm. All right, let's see what the dark energy of this is. We got toxic love, patterns, addictions, manipulation, and dysfunction. That's probably why I felt like, let's see what the dark energy of it is. Played out in their head. Fake smile. Why I say snakes? Snakes? What snakes? Somebody feel like they got a snake in their energy? Which 2024, what we in? 2025 was the year of the snake. Now we're going into 2026, which is the year of the dragon. So some of you about to put some fire on it. Right? You about to put some fire on this played out ex. Fighting with their fake smiles like, yo, is you with me or you ain't? Crying over you. What you crying for? You crying over some played out energy from a toxic waste. I don't know. That's what it said. I replay our conversations over and over again. Like, that's what's played out. Put some positivity in your energy. Positivity is the Sun card. Soon. Like somebody is playing conversations over and over in their brain about how they think this relationship going to go, and their energy is reflecting back to you because it says soon. Soon we will be together again, near future. Our reunion, like they practicing over and over again their reunion that they're going to have with you. But you don't know. I know I was a distraction from your pain. You don't know that they over there, you trying to heal, but they throwing out spiritual distractions with their affirmations. But nothing is coming, nothing is set in stone with you because you're working on that self. You're looking at a new romantic cycle. You're looking for the new. Somebody got some new coming in. It's unspoken. You don't even know what you got coming in. All right, let's see. The spirit got you. Everything is coming together. Everything is coming together for your good. Yeah, for the high priestess. For the high priestess. The Ace of Wands. Like, you leaving out of bondage. You went into hermit mode. What did it say? Stay strong, embrace spirit, time to ground, be honest. You're never alone. Because when you even think that you're alone, you're not alone. And when you came out of this bondage of blindfold, it's like giving blind, crippled, and crazy, right? Into the higher font. Like I'm by myself. I got my tools. I'm working on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm burning my fire for new beginnings so I can get my cups. My cups are full now because I fed the energy back into me. I see surrender to the divine. So You surrender to the divine, and the divine filled your cups up. The divine said it's time to release negativity. Negativity can't live here. So the negative energy is like, maybe when you and this toxic ex was going through it, you had to go to spirit, which we know because spirit is here. You had to embrace spirit. You had to stay strong, stay grounded, be honest with yourself, and embrace spirit, right? To surrender to the divine. It's like you got your hands up, like, I surrender all. When nothing else can help, I surrender all. Let's see. Let's get this other deck out. Yeah, so your cup can be full. You learn how to drive your chariot. You learn how to drive your energy. Deck of the moon. Let's see. Let's get this deck out. I heard, when nothing else can help, I surrender all. Maybe you were doing it during the full moon. Like you was outside, like, yo, I'm about to do me some moon work. I gotta do something different, because what the hell? What's really going on? You know? Oh, hold on for a second. Let me clean this off. I'm gonna have to figure out another way to set my table up. I lost myself for a little while, like and then some of you, you lost yourself for a little while, but at the same time, you like, I remember every detail of the moment that I actually lost myself. I know that I crossed the line with you. Like, you lost yourself, and the ex, the toxic love, they knew when you said deuces. They knew it was a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. How was that song? And how you gonna do me like that? Like, yo, what's really going on? What's good? Is you on my team or is you not? Is you cool? You know what I'm saying? Is you cool? Like, that's the energy. And you was like, hey, I believe in the possible. It's a fiery climax about to come over here, because ain't no way we getting ready to keep playing this game right here. Gaslighting. What is that? Put that gas in your car. On point as usual. Yeah. Put that gas in your car. What the hell? What you doing? Put it in the air. Put something in the air. Like, do something else with that gas. But it's a new start coming. 2026, and I keep saying this, all my posts have been labeled 2026. 2026 is it's our year. The number 10. It's our year. I done seen so many videos about being rich, becoming wealthy, right? We already rich in spirit. I just closed the deck. We already rich in spirit. This card right here has some small letters. Fall into my arms. Surrender. What did I say? Surrender. What did the song say? Surrender. I surrender all. Fall into my arms, holding the opposites, extremes of life. It's a new start. We don't got to do that no more. I told you, when you hold them hands up like, yo, I surrender. I can't do this by myself. I got to embrace spirit. Baby, stuff immediately starts to shift. Immediately, the chains. Break every chain. Break every chain. Break every chain. Yeah. That's what happens when you ask for guidance. Like, you literally could see the shackles falling. Take the shackles on my feet so I can dance. I just want to praise you. You start to come back to it's safe for me to be seen because I got guidance. What we have right here? The Great Serving, Earth School, Life Lessons, Multifaceted, I'm Sorry, Defenseless, and Trust the Wave. Trust the wave you came on. All right, let's see. Guidance. So we know we have guidance. Safe to be seen. I trust in the divine timing and loving wisdom of the guide of the wisdom that guide me to shine my light for the spiritual benefits of all beings, including myself. The light within me is one with the great universal love, source of love, light, and wisdom. Its strength, protection, truth, and grace can be trusted to provide all that is needed for me to step forward and manifest my sacred purpose. I release the past and step into the higher reality now available for me. I shine my light bright and true. Like it's safe to be seen now. When you coming out of hermit mode, when you coming out of hurt mode, that's what I heard. Hurt mode. When you coming out of hurt mode and you gain you some integrity, you go find you some integrity. I listen deeply for my truths of my heart. I create harmony between my intentions, my words, and my actions. I make promises to honor my soul. This is a soul level healing. Based on the wisdom of my heart, I make decisions with courage and boldness. I act with respect for spiritual wisdom. I recognize the power within me, which I surrender into inspired services for the greatest good. I have the strength and character. I have the strength and the character. Can't touch it. Dun, 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 can't touch this. I need to live in integrity with my own heart, my peace and grace. And your pinnacles start coming in. Like you literally are about to be paid to exist. Not work to exist, because God says, I am the creator of all things, right? But nothing, when you realize that we've been trained to be paid to work for somebody else for a paycheck, right? But if spirit come first, spirit is what led you to that job. Spirit is what led you to that profession. So before you got in that profession, spirit already knew that your money was going to come in. So it's not about the money, it's about the spirit. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Right? It's the devil that's stopping you for being your best self. Not the devil as outside of you, but the devil that's in you that can't come up with the root cause, the root, the lower chakras. That's your devil. When you operating in fear. But a new start is coming. A new start is coming. Confidence is the key to success. So as you was alone getting your guidance from spirit, staying strong, grounding, being honest with yourself, embracing spirit, that's when you got that new start, that confidence. Hold on, it says we about to be paid just to exist. Yes, because I told you that sun was coming out. After the tower, after you broke this all down and decoded, like, what is this? Why am I going back in these cycles? When you broke that, like, I'm not going down that road anymore. I'm going to paint my own yellow brick road. Dorothy, right? Wizard of Oz. You got a new start with your confidence. You got a key to success because you found the conclusions within yourself. Study thyself to show thyself approved. Everybody else is a reflection. That's why you got guidance on your spiritual journey. What is Jesus? The Son, right? The Son. The S-U-N, the S-O-N. Right? But you had to get that integrity. You had to sit in the king's truth. What they say, I'm standing on kingdom business. Some of us are sitting in the king's seat right now. We the pilot. We driving the chariot. That's it right there. Me and God are one. What did it say? The earth is pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slow down. Time and nature. Slow down. Okay, spirit. Slow down. Slow down. So when you got to embrace spirit, you can't be in full throttle because you're going to fly by. What's that? Fly by night. You're not going to be able to catch. It's not what's taught, it's what's caught. It's not what's caught the tower, right? So when you embrace yourself, I got goosebumps. When you embrace yourself as the sun or Amen Ra, Asheo, and you hit that tower moment where everything crumble. Everything crumble. When that tower fall, you at the bottom of that tower, then that's when you get the wheel of fortune. Those last shall be first. If you ain't first, you last. If you don't put yourself first, you are last. So that's why you had to separate. You have to have gaps, right? When you coming out of that devil energy to the Son of God. The devil, the lower chakras. The sun was what you saw over Jesus' head. What was over Jesus' head? Any Jesus picture you saw, Jesus had a halo. Jesus was the sun. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm just the vessel. But we all connected. So you got to be in balance with your lower energy, your devil, to get to your sun. But there's always going to be a tower moment because the wheels got to go around. You got to know, well, what is that? I got to have a test to get to a testimony. Ain't that what it said? In order for me to have a test to get to the testimony, I got to ride a wave. But I also got to back up and say, yo, what just happened? Where's my journal? What date did this happen? Right? Because you asking for guidance. Guidance going to tell you, go write it down and make it clear. Ain't that what it said? Write it down and make it clear. If you don't write it down, it's not going to be what? Set in stone. You're not going to get the key to success. You're not going to get the guidance that tells you that you are safe. Because your emotions just going to be running high. Everything just going to be, you're going to be passing by all your blessings. Your lessons are your blessings. What about that? Because you learn your lesson so you don't have to go down that road again. I promise. I want to make a commitment. Promise. You learning. I'm promising that I'm going to be learning for this new beginning. I already went through enough karmic battles and sleepless nights. Like some people, they can't sleep. The deck is closed. Some people, they can't sleep. Girl, why Bobby Valentino Slow Down came on and you was talking about Spirit Said Slow Down? What? What? Girl, I can't play no music on this channel, so I might need to end the YouTube. We've been out here like 57 minutes, so I think we're going to end the YouTube and then we're going to turn the music on. Do you have to go to work today? So it says promise, learning, new beginnings, karmic battles, sleeping, sleepless. So to me, it's given, I promise, if you learn that you in new beginnings, you won't go through no more karmic battles and no more sleepless nights. That's how I read it. That's my transparency. Transparency. Power. Knowledge is power. See yourself in nature. Okay, so we're going to confirm. Let's get these cards out. We're going to confirm this devil card. Slow down. And I said that because it said your emotions are running high. So that was my thing. Like, it's time to slow down. It's literally like the world, being in this world, it will have you chasing everything. Even when it says the law says to attract, right? But it's hard to attract when you chasing everything. When you like literally in the rat race. You ever cut on the light with some roaches in the house? Man. What you doing over there, YouTube? I don't know. Let's see. We about to turn on some music, so we're gonna get you on up out of here. Your time to shine. Well, we about to turn on this music and be lit. It's my time to shine. It's my time to live. It's my time to give. I see giving and receiving. All right, 444. I am guidance from the divine realm. I am guidance from the divine realm. My name is Dream Truth, aka Twinkle, aka Marcia. All right. So confidence is key. it keep on going back to we about to get paid. It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine with power, money, power, respect. It's the key to life. I'm here now, boo, in my residence room on my old floor where your aunt also work. Right. Ain't nothing no coincidence. So that's where we at. It's your time to shine with power, with confidence. Like, I don't care what nobody outside of you say. When you adapt confidence, they gonna the weeds from the taros, they gotta go. Period. If they don't align before 2026, I can promise you they gotta go. And you ain't even gonna have to let them go. Spirit gonna make their ass disappear. It ain't gonna be no sheets and wolf clothing. They ain't even gonna be able to be honest. This is what I hear. They not even gonna be able to come up with no fake account to find you. That's how hidden you gonna be. They're gonna be doing all the magic they want to do, and it's not gonna work. The spells have been broken. When you got that power, let me read this power card to you, because I think somebody need to hear that. I hope that you can forgive me one day. They ain't even gonna have to wear it. That's the hidden truth. They gonna be hoping that they ain't gonna be able to see you. I left before you could leave. You gonna be gone. I left you before you could leave me. That's gonna be the energy. They not gonna be able to find you. They not. Silence. Move in silence. You don't owe nobody no kind of explanation of what the Most High is about to do for you in this next season of your healing. Have silence with your healing. When y'all used to see me get off this internet, baby, I was working in silence, because the enemy will kill, steal, and destroy your dream. Oh, you can't do it like that, or you can't touch that. No, you can't. The authority that I have in my life said, baby, all things are created. I can use all things in my toolbox. Who gonna check me? No. I promise you that this was in my learning. You might can't use it, but I can use it. But I had to move in silence because the naysayers didn't know how to stay strong and embrace spirit. They didn't know that grounding was a thing. And they thought that I won't be honest when I told them I could do it. I can't even call them bird brain bitches no more, because they don't fly that high. They not ascending. They the lower level birds. Dragons fly high and blow fire. So you have to have that time of moving in silence and hold faith in your dreams. That God is not your God. They wait until tomorrow to go and get a collective message, when we do this work every day, anytime, any place. All right, YouTube, I'm gonna end, y'all. We at 1 hour and 4 minutes. Okay, so hold on for 1 second. We're gonna end this. All right.